In the early 2000s, a woman named Cynthia Cooper was working late nights, alone in the dimly lit corridors of Worldcom headquarters. On paper, Worldcom was booming, one of the biggest telecom giants in the US. Their stock price, soaring. Their leadership, celebrated. But behind the scenes, something didn't sit right. Cynthia, Vice President of Internal Audit, started digging. What she and her team uncovered was staggering. Billions of dollars in fake profits. The company was hiding its losses and pumping up its numbers, all to keep Wall Street happy. And here's what's so extraordinary. The fraud wasn't a rogue accountant situation. The Chief Financial Officer, Scott Sullivan, he was involved. The CEO, Bernie Ebbers, revered, powerful, intimidating. He was also involved. Cynthia was staring down a career-defining decision. Stay silent and stay safe, or speak up and risk everything. That right there is where business ethics lives. In today's video, we're going deep into what that really means. Ethics beyond the headlines, beyond the scandals, beyond the boardrooms. Business ethical decisions don't just happen in courtroom dramas. They happen every day in quiet moments at your desk and on your screen. And I promise if you stay with me to the end, I'll tell you how Cynthia's decision sent shockwaves through the business world. So let's talk about ethics. Not the boring do this, don't do that kind of talk, but real world stuff. The kind of stuff that decides whether people trust you, whether your company survives a crisis, and whether your name means anything when you're not in the room. Because ethics is not about memorizing a policy, it's about making the right call, especially when the pressure's on. Why does business ethics matter so much? Because trust is everything. In business, trust is the fuel in the tank. No trust, no team. No customers, no future. And trust isn't built on big moments, it's built on the small ones. The everyday decisions, the moments when you could have cut corners but didn't. Ethics is what holds the structure together when the easy answer is not necessarily the right one. It's the compass we use when the map gets blurry. And let me tell you, in today's high-speed, high-stakes world, the map gets blurry a lot. Now let's jump back in time. 1970s. Ford releases a car called the Pinto. It's compact, affordable, and known for bursting into flames during rear-end collisions. The company knew about the design flaw. Internal memos revealed that Ford calculated it would be cheaper to settle the lawsuits than to fix the problem. And so they didn't. Hundreds of people were injured, and some died. All because a few executives made a decision based on profit, not ethics. Fast forward to today. Boeing 737 MAX scandal, same playbook. Internal memos showed engineers raised concerns about the plane's safety, but the company pushed forward, deadlines over doubts, revenues over responsibility. The result? 2 deadly crashes, hundreds of lives lost. Ethics matters every single time. So let's bring this down to earth. What does ethical behavior look like in your day-to-day? It means obeying the law, no shortcuts just because the rules are confusing. It means treating everyone with respect, zero tolerance for discrimination, bullying, or shady backroom behavior. It means honest reporting. If you make a mistake, you fix it. You don't bury it. It means being fair with customers and vendors, not just meeting the contract terms, but honoring the spirit of the relationship as well. And yes, it means avoiding conflicts of interest. If you're working both sides of a deal or you've got skin in the game, say something. Transparency is not a weakness, it's a strength. And here's a good rule of thumb. If a gift from a vendor feels like it should come with strings attached, it probably does. Doing the right thing isn't always easy. Sometimes you're up against deadlines, or your boss is dropping hints, or you're thinking, if I just tweak the numbers a little bit, everyone's happy. Or maybe you're thinking you're helping somebody, or you're being loyal, or covering for a coworker, hiding a flaw so the company doesn't look bad. But let's be clear. Covering up an issue doesn't protect the company. It puts a ticking time bomb under the floorboards. Just look at Enron, Volkswagen's emissions scandal, Theranos. They all started with somebody saying, let's just keep this quiet a little bit longer. So how do you know if something's off? Well, simple. Your instincts will tell you. If you're feeling nervous, tense, guilty, embarrassed, those are your red flags. Your gut is your first ethics detector. If you're thinking, I hope nobody finds out, that's your cue to stop. When you're staring down a hard decision, do this. Pause. Ask yourself, is this about fairness, trust, legality, or integrity? If yes, it's an ethical decision. Treat it like one. Get the facts. Talk to someone outside the situation, your boss, HR, someone you trust. Weigh the options. Ask yourself, if this was my friend's problem, what would I tell them to do? And here's the gut check test. If your decision ended up on Google News tomorrow morning, would you feel proud or panicked? If it's the latter, don't do it. When you talk to customers, be honest, be helpful, be dependable. When you work with vendors, be clear, be fair, and don't play games. Because in every call, every email, every handshake, you represent something bigger than yourself. So back to Cynthia Cooper and Worldcom. She had every reason to stay quiet, every excuse, every bit of pressure you can imagine. But she chose to act. She reported what she found to the board and to regulators. The fallout? Massive. $3.8 billion in fraud exposed. That's the equivalent to $6.5 billion in today's dollars adjusted for inflation. Worldcom collapsed. Executives were arrested and incarcerated, and approximately 17,000 employees lost their jobs. But Cynthia, she became a global symbol of corporate integrity. Time magazine named her one of its Persons of the Year in 2002. She didn't do it for the fame. She did it because ethics demanded it, and that's the lesson. Ethical decisions are rarely easy, but they are defining. They shape who we are trusted to be. So here's your challenge. Stay sharp, trust your instincts, speak up when something's off. Because business ethics, it's not just about believing in what's right, it's about doing what's right, even when it's hard. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a like and drop your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe for more videos like this one. John Paul here. If you like this video, check out the HR Insight YouTube channel where we have more videos just like this. Make sure to click subscribe so you get notifications.